Tekken 8 has a problem. Everyone has become a f***ing tier. Tekken 8 Ranked has probably the most brutal and punishing rank system out of any game, at least that I have played, and this issue is making things 10 times worse. People are all playing the same characters, which you think would be a good thing, as that means that there is a lot fewer matchups to lab in a game where labbing is hard. But the problem is, the reason why these characters are overplayed in the first place is because they're extremely overpowered and unbalanced. But before we get into this any further, please remember, like, sub, comment. Something like 80% of you guys are just YOLOing these videos, clicking them whenever they just so happen to pop up in your feed. So, if you like the videos, sub and turn on notifications, and I'll personally give you a smooch. Let's get into it. Tekken has always had popular characters, fan favourites and just strong characters in general. For the most part, Kazama, Paul and King are always the characters with big pick rates, and these characters are never really consensus top 5 characters, at least tier list wise. People pick these characters because they like their design, their move list, playstyle, whatever. That's what people do when a game is balanced. They pick who they actually like, because you have a fair chance to win with anyone really. That's why in Tekken 7, sure there were characters that were definitely played more than others, but the gap was never really that big. You could always hop online and play Paul and then not be too surprised if like you played a Lei next. Enter Tekken 8, the place where every good character is a dumbed down version of their previous iterations, and where everyone is a fucking Jin player because of it. In Tekken 7, Jin was practically the hardest character to play in the game. He always had the lowest win rates, and because of that, the lowest pick rates in the game as well. This was not because Jin was a bad character by any means. Jin was probably a top 10 character. The issue was, he was a hard character that required a lot of knowledge of his move list and a lot of skill to play. Nobody playing the MC of your game is generally not a good thing, which is why I wasn't even really mad when they dumped him down for Tekken 8. The problem lies with how they dumped him down. They didn't just give Jin a couple of cheese strings that could help lower ranked players while they figure out the game, or give him 1 or 2 broken moves so his move list doesn't seem so daunting to figure out. No, they gave him everything: evasion, pokes, counter hits, everything, and everything tracks. So they're even removing the 3D element of the game to somewhat appease, for a lack of a better word, scrubs. A player in Tekken 7 that had considerably better movement, meaning Korean backdash, knowing when to sidestep, and a good idea of spacing, would beat someone who didn't have that skill 99% of the time. Skill gaps is something that Harada doesn't seem to like anymore, and removing skill gaps is a recurring theme with a lot of top tier characters in this game. Dragunov. Every move is plus. Every move is a 50-50 guessing game. Every move does a ton of damage. If there is less opponent interaction, less defense is being played by the drag player, meaning 50% of the game barely even needs to be played. Removed skill gap. Ling Xiaoyu. Buffed AOP means you have a gazillion option selects, meaning you're not playing defense. Therefore, removed skill gap. Yoshimitsu, giving a gimmicky character who often resets opponents and uses unblockables to do so, you actually give big damage to. Remove the skill gap of actually learning and being creative with your character, because you only need to win 2 interactions to win a round. Making these things easier makes it so worse players can compete with better players, and when a better player gets their hands on one of these characters, they beat everyone and overachieve. So if you have characters like this in a game where the objective is to win, why would you pick anyone else? Jin is for some reason a cool character to a lot of people, and he's dumb easy to play, and he's broken. So why wouldn't he be the most played and overused character in the game? Why wouldn't King, who can output 100 damage through pure cheese and then spam an unavoidable 50-50 repeatedly until you die, why would you not pick this character? It's not the player's fault, although if you do see 1000 Jhin players in ranked and you decide to play Jhin, why? Why are you doing that? There's like 30 characters in the game, why? There's no problem with popular characters. There is a problem when you buff your popular characters to the extent that there is no point in playing anyone else, and it makes the ranked experience for everyone else 100 times worse. You're playing the exact same characters over and over and over again, whilst probably losing to these characters a lot because you're actually playing a real Tekken character and not the image of God in a video game. And losing is so bad in Tekken 8 ranked. One loss to a player of your rank can potentially remove a full day's worth of rank progress, and in a game where ranked games are at best first to 2, you can 100% get scrubbed out by a hyper aggressive Dragunov for 1 or 2 games and bam, you've demoted. But I guess the rank system is like a whole other issue. Essentially what I'm trying to say is, the top 5 characters in this game are ruining the game pretty much. Like if you're a Jhin main, like real talk, what are you doing? Are you just there doing Jhin mirrors like all day? How is that even fun for you? It's like the exact same thing for tournaments too. So this isn't even an online exclusive thing. There's always 2 or 3 drag players in top 8 constantly. Tekken 8 tournaments just don't hit the same anymore. It's all hyper aggressive, same characters, same game plan type shit. It's pretty arse. And if no changes are made, this is gonna continue. And this game is gonna die. And that's all I really have to say. Jhin players, play someone else. Arlissa is just as brain dead. Feng is equally stupid, but that probably does require some brain cells that you don't have. But anyways, until next time.
Come on.